My name is Lana Maxwell, and I'm here with Kevin Davies, who's the founder and CEO of Green Start Initiatives. Kevin, tell us a bit about your company and how you got the idea for custom-made recycling.
Yeah, so Green Start is a recycling company that's based out of Calgary, and we do blue bin recycling programs for people in multifamily homes and businesses. So basically, I got the idea in the summer of 2009 when the city came out with a single-family blue bin recycling program, which left every condo and business throughout the city without a recycling service. At this point in time, I was in high school, and I noticed that there was a need that opened up in the market, and I had no idea how to run a business, but I kind of just leapt in and figured out how.
Okay, so what's your mission and strategy for your company?
The mission is to get as many Calgarians as possible doing recycling. So effectively how we're approaching this is through unconventional marketing. So as opposed to doing advertising and that kind of thing, what makes Green Start unique is that we issue impact reports which quantify the environmental benefit of recycling for every client in our portfolio. And so what we find is that when people see the impact that they're able to create, they get delighted, they share their impact. And so Green Start has just grown through a ripple effect of people sharing the story.
So in regards to your impact reports, are they generalized impact reports or individualized for each client?
They're specific to each location, and they break down the impact in terms of not only how much waste you divert from landfill, but what it means in terms of saving land, preventing pollution, conserving water, and all sorts of relatable factors.
Okay, so what are some current economic conditions in the recycling industry?
The recycling industry is pretty static for costs over time. Currently, the costs of getting it processed are going up a little bit, but it isn't really of concern. The cost of recycling itself for people wanting collection services will go up with time for residences. The city is about to introduce a mandate that will require all multifamily residences have recycling in Calgary. And when they do that, basically there will be a very large demand and relatively static supply of services.
So what differentiates your recycling program from the City of Calgary's recycling program?
The impact tracking. And in addition, the city just doesn't service any multifamily home or business. So basically it's just up to private haulers within the industry to service these locations. And among private haulers, Green Start is the only one to do custom impact tracking.
Okay, so can you give us a gist of like a step-by-step process from the collection period to the recycling?
Yeah, absolutely. So another thing that differentiates Green Start from a few other private haulers is that we collect everything with a no sorting program. So for a location with Green Start's blue bin recycling service, they would put all of their paper, cardboard, plastic, metal, and glass into one bin. We often collect that on a once-weekly basis in our collection vehicle. That effectively is hauled to the Shepherd landfill, where there's a transfer station where the recycling is basically handled, and then it's brought to the Calgary Materials Recovery Facility at the MRF, that's what they call it. Basically, it goes through a sorting process, broken down into raw materials, and then sold on the market.
So how is your billing schedule based for each client?
Once monthly. Once monthly static bill.
So how involved is your company in the actual process from converting a waste product to a recycled product?
We are just a hauler. We don't actually do any of the processing ourselves. That's basically handed off to private parties.
So are there any areas you think you can improve on in terms of environmental, economical, or being socially sustainable?
As of right now, I think that we've done everything we can. All the details in our programs have been basically deciphered so as to be the most sustainable. So the bins that we use are about 80% recycled content. The bags that we use are about 90% recycled content. The collection vehicle, I suppose, that we could transfer over to a biodiesel, but it's beyond our economic reach at this point in time. The collection route itself has been optimized so that we're in specific geographic areas on specific days, so that we're not doing long haul drives across the city for specific clients.
How much waste does your facility process on a yearly basis?
We will probably do about 160,000 pounds of waste diversion this year.
And I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining us today, Kevin.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure learning about your business.